Okay, so let's do a first render of this. I'm going to click here. It's the little render button, render the current frame. Just going to click that. And there we go, it's rendered out. So at the moment, there's a little bit of reflection on these materials. As you can see, they're sort of reflecting, and that's all nice. But because we're using Mental Ray, let me just switch. I'll just show you. I'm just going to switch from Mental Ray to Maya Software up here. And we just do another render. So you can see it's actually a bit better in there, but you haven't got those. If I do Mental Ray, let's do that again. You haven't got those reflections kind of going in there. So Mental Ray comes with its own materials. So instead of using these materials, we're going to put in the Mental Ray materials, which are a bit better. So materials, let's go to Windows. Let's go to where is it? Hypershade, rendering editor, Hypershade. Right, and that will flick up our Hypershade graph. Now, as you can see in here, we have our materials. We have the white, we have the color, and we have this default gray, and we have this backdrop color. So what I want to do is I want to create some new materials in here. So I want to use Mental Ray materials. On the left here, you see Mental Ray, and we'll go materials. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use a Maya material, in this case an X. Okay, and I'm going to just click that 3 times because I'm going to be changing these around a bit. So we'll minimize this down. Just going to come across to here, come over to here, and I'm just going to put those settings in that we had before, 255. I know, why are we doing it again? Well, it's just a sort of demo to you. And 122. So that's the pinky color done as a Mental Ray material. So now we're going to jump to this one, and we're going to put in the beige color. Actually, let's put in the white, 255. Nice easy one, 255 and 255. Okay, that's the white. Go to this one, we'll click this, and we'll put the beige color in, which is 186, 184 and 124. 124. There we go. So 186, 184, 124. Good. All right. So what we need to do now is we're going to just take this, and we're going to come over to here. We're going to right hand click on here, and we're going to assign to selection. You'll see that will change slightly. And we're going to do the same for this as well. We're going to come up here, assign to blah blah, and same here, assign to that. So we've got rid of, we haven't assigned these to anything now. So what I can do is I can come in here, I can select them, and I can just delete them out. Yeah. And you'll know if you haven't assigned it, because if you click one of these and delete it out, it will go green, okay, in there. So we know these are all now Mental Ray materials. So let's just have a look at the difference. I've got my render screen up here, Mental Ray, and I'm just going to save this as a comparison, and we'll just do a quick render. So there we go. If we look between the two images now, I'm just going between the images. There's not much difference on the actual characters, but it works better as a Mental Ray. You also see I've got some nice kind of reflections going on, but it's also picked up the difference between the back. See these hard lines here? And this is basically because this has got those hard lines in there. So what you can do is you can press 3 on the keyboard to soften that, okay? Now if I go and do a render, we shouldn't get this hard line here. Actually, I think it's the light just catching it. All right, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make this even bigger. I'm going to press R on the keyboard, and I'm going to make this quite a bit bigger. Let's make it bigger that way as well. Okay, that should be better. All right, let's do a render of that. Yeah, it looks better. I mean, we haven't got the lighting in there yet. So what we're going to do now is, at the moment, this is lit, but it's lit with the default lighting. So what we need to do is turn that off. So we're going to go into render settings. Under common, we're going to come down here and we're going to make sure that the default lighting is off under render options. Enable default lighting, turn that off. Now that will basically say to this scene there's no lighting. So if I do a render now, it's black, because we haven't put any lights in. So in the next scene, we're going to look at some spotlights and directional lights for lighting our scene.